Hello, my crafty friends. Today I'm sharing a Christmas card. It's not a pop-up card, but there were some details that I wanted to go over with you because I wanted to show you that you can use pop-up dies, the included decorator dies, to make flat cards as well. So this is a slimline card, but I made it folded 4 inches by 8.5 inches. As a design team member, we get an idea as to what dies Karen Burniston is coming out with. And when I saw some of the pop-ups that were coming out in the July release, I started on this card and I didn't know what kind of a width I'd need. So I figured I was safe with 4 inches, and then I ended up making a whole bunch of other cards for the new release, and I never did get this one finished. So I decided to finish it off as a flat Christmas card. The pattern paper is an older pattern paper from my stash. It is from My Mind's Eye, and the pad is called I Believe. The gnome, this is one of the Riley & Company large gnomes, and he's very sparkly. I colored him with my new Ohuhu alcohol markers. They was stamped in a Copic friendly ink first, and I paper pieced the hat by stamping it again on some more patterned paper, just a small scrap. Now you see how sparkly my gnome is. It was kind of an accident. I had a Wink of Stella explosion, and my choices were blot it all up with a tissue and waste that lovely glitter, or spread it around. So I spread it around. So the gnome's beard and hat are extremely glittery, but I kind of liked the look in the end, especially since there's so much sparkle in the patterned paper, and really it's a holiday card. Sparkle is good. I used the Banner's Pick-a-Punch from Stampin' Up! To fishtail the ends of my paper strip. The sparkly snowflake was cut from Stampin' Up! Glitter paper, and the snowflake is from Karen Burniston's Winter Charms. The Merry Christmas is Karen Burniston's Word Set Holidays, and the snowflake here is from the Sleigh Pop-Up. I knew I didn't want to have to snip off a charm, a hanging hole for the other snowflake. So the Sleigh Pop-Up has got a really sweet little snowflake. I like the shape of it. So that's added there. And the trees are from the Evergreen Pivot Panel. So, you know, the decorator dies work well to create a little scene. These 2 circles are from Karen Burniston's Crosshatch Circles. Inside, more crosshatch circles, a leftover evergreen, and another snowflake, and room here to write my comment. Now, you notice the snowflake on the white. When I added the white panel, it just felt very stark, and I didn't know what to add to it. The other pattern papers didn't really go with it, so I created my own stencil. This is just a liner sheet from stickers. It was actually address labels that I hung on to. So I die cut, and you could do more. I just felt I had more control with a single snowflake. I die cut it from using the same snowflake here from the Sleigh Pop-Up, and then used my Tailored Expressions blending brushes and just pounced the color on. So I was able to place the snowflakes where I wanted them. I could make some lighter or darker, and I think it filled up the area really well. The reason I didn't add a stamped sentiment inside the card is, as a design team member, sometimes we're required to not use anything outside the line. So mostly Karen Burniston dies, and also the Riley & Company gnome, but Riley & Company and Karen Burniston are affiliated, so it's okay to combine those 2 on this card, but I wasn't able to add a stamped sentiment. But I know who this card is going to, and I'm quite happy to write a Christmas greeting there. My stamp from Riley & Company on the back. It doesn't show up great on the dark cardstock, but it does show up enough. And my card will fit in a number 10 business envelope for mailing, and even with the foam tape, it will mail for a single stamp. Now, I will be mailing it from Canada, so it does cost a bit more to send from here, but it's still worth it, and I was really happy the way this card turned out. If you enjoyed the card, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. And that's it for me today.